officially opened. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the great opening remarks, Dr. Kule.
This week we are going through an interesting topic, which is digital skills and digital marketing. I want to start with an introduction. We can do a quick, I think, Ronnie, we can do a quick introduction. Just say your name. If you have a business, mention your business. We will give details of our businesses later when we are getting to be grouped. Do we have another microphone? But I think we are all audible. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Any other? Yes. Okay. Running your business without your physical presence so that people get to know about your business and your product. Any other person who wants to share? Using online channels to promote your product. Digital marketing is a form of advertisement that uses the internet and digital technologies to connect with customers. Internet is what we need first, because internet can take you far. Then we need also the digital technologies. The digital technologies, phones, laptops, whatever gadget that you can use to make sure that it's connected to the internet, and then have you reach a wider coverage of your customers, get people to know about your product or service. So we have different platforms, as you can see, LinkedIn, Facebook. There are so many that we'll be looking at later. What is the difference between traditional marketing and digital marketing? Who can tell us the difference? Or first tell me the definition of what do you understand by traditional marketing, then what do you understand by digital marketing? Yes, please. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, so for traditional, it's the traditional way of doing things. You put a poster, it's only people who will pass by that place who will be able to see it that will get to know the message that you're sending out. There are also times when you make an advert, or like a radio advert. For example, on Radio West, only people who will be listening in at that time will be the ones to get the message that you're sending out. TV adverts. However, nowadays some radio stations and TV stations, they do a mix. So you run an advert on TV, and then you get your advert, and you can share it around. You run an advert on radio and then you can send it to other people. But traditional is sometimes you walk to people, like conferences, you go and talk to people. So it's only the people that are present that will get the message. However, digital marketing, it covers a wider, like your catchment area is more than even where you are in your country. What are the benefits of digital marketing? Yes, please. Vis-a-vis traditional marketing. Mm. Okay. In a shortest period of time. Yes, that's true. Mm. Mm. Definitely, it's cheaper. Because with digital marketing, by the time you see billboards, those billboards are very expensive. So you put up a billboard, and the people who manage those billboards, they charge a lot of money. And remember, it's only the people who will pass by that place who will see the billboard. The posters, whatever information, pinning around things. But when it comes to digital marketing, it's true, it's cheaper. You just need your gadget and internet and a good advert that you can share around. Any other benefits? Okay, let's have a look at some examples. Who is running? I need to play this. I think it's getting out. So we are going to look at some digital adverts, and then we can have how it looks like and the message. What do you get? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Any other person? Yes. Mm. Funny, but you look at him and you just want to laugh. Okay. So there are different adverts. We have many, but I think for now we can just stop at that. And then, can you connect me again? Okay, just continue. I think we can leave this, save time. You want to play it? Why should we learn digital marketing? Why should we learn digital marketing? And I know you have given me most of the answers, but just to re-echo, why do we need to learn digital marketing? Yes, please. Operational expenses, it becomes cheaper. Is the access to customers? You can get all the like a wider coverage. Yes, please. Time lag. Can you tell us more? Mm. 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 Okay, thank you. Okay, then lastly, then we can program. It saves time. How? Mm. Mm. They can get the message also. Go to the next slide. Yeah, so can you first go back? Why we should learn digital marketing? There are several reasons. First of all, it gives us access to jobs. Finding jobs, when you go to LinkedIn, I don't know whether we can do a try, Ronnie. LinkedIn, you can be able to search for marketing jobs or social media marketing jobs. There are so many companies that need people in this career, and with the skills that we are learning this time, you can be able to get to search and get any job, because there are so many companies. Every business nowadays, serious companies, they do need people who can market for them digitally their products and services. People who are specifically hired to make noise and let people know about what you're doing as a company. So if you have the skills and you're good, there is acquiring the skills. You have a degree, but there is also having interest, and it's a passion. It's your passion to do it, because it's not something that someone will just take up, but it's something that you have to interest yourself in and get to learn more and be creative about your job or creative about your career. When you go to LinkedIn, maybe to save time, people will try it. They can do a try later. Yeah, so like 67 digital marketing jobs in Uganda. You can search. You can even search through your LinkedIn account. How many of us have LinkedIn accounts? I think almost everyone. So by the time you leave, please, because it's a professional platform where you can always update. You know, if you have a skill, you can always update. You can even post your CV there. You can let people know about your skills, what you're capable of. Most people, as he searches, there are many people who contact us through LinkedIn. They will read about you and they know what you do, what you're interested in, and then, what your skills are, and you will see someone contacting you from another country. So it's always good to have your account and update it. Don't just create it and it's just there. Please make sure that you keep updating it. And I think we will have a session on that, right? Yeah. Okay. Finding jobs. Then there are several jobs at entry level, like digital marketing assistants. Maybe you're a fresh graduate. Social media coordinators. Then we have mid-level jobs, digital marketing managers. We have also the senior positions where you can be like a digital marketing director, especially like for big companies. And some of these jobs, you don't even need to come and sit in an office at a company. There are people who will hire, there are companies who will hire you to work from wherever you are, as long as you're supposed to do so. This is the beauty about these jobs. It also helps you to grow your business. Getting these skills will help you grow your business. It is cost effectively. Digital marketing can be more affordable than traditional marketing methods. We have already talked about that. So with digital marketing, you can grow your business. You can reach out to your customers even without a shop. You're not paying rent, but you have your products you deliver. There are so many people who do those businesses in Kampala, but also here in Barara. And they will say, I'll deliver to you, but they don't have any shop. They have their products in their bedroom. And when you order, sometimes they don't even have the products, but they know where to source for the products. If it's a bag, they know where to get the bag. You order, she goes, buys, and then she comes, she delivers to you. You have paid her. You have paid the money. Then measurable results. You can be able to track performance of your campaigns in real time and adjust strategies as needed. You can know how many customers you're gaining. You can know how many views, how many likes. You can, like, you're able. It's not like you can even read comments about your products. People you have served, they will keep posting, they will review, and most people, I also have that habit. If I'm going to buy a product with them, how many of us have made an order or bought a product online? Okay. And the first time you buy, you're like, am I going to get my product really? Especially when you're far away from, for example, if you're ordering from Kampala and the person is in Kampala. So there's that fear that you get. But when you get used, you get to know that these things are genuine. By the time someone creates that platform and you have looked at their reviews, many times they are credible. But of course, they are also con men. But I mean, when you look at reviews from different peoples, then so you can directly engage with your customers, interact with them. When they send messages, you get back to them. Sometimes you put a contact and they will interact with you. You don't know them, but they deliver. They make sure that you make sure that your product gets delivered to your client. And you can also get feedback from them about your product, which is not like traditional marketing. Then scalability. You can easily scale your marketing efforts as your business grows. So you keep, these skills will help you scale your business and also the marketing efforts. Like you keep learning new things every day. You keep learning, getting a wider coverage. If you were targeting only, for example, if you were selling jeans for ladies and then all of a sudden you realize that there are more of young ladies, like maybe campus girls, younger than maybe the older ladies, you will realize that their tastes are different depending on the orders that are coming in and what they are requesting for. So you get to know where your bigger market is or how you can also widen your market. So it's important also. It helps you scale and your marketing strategies, but also scale your business. Yeah. So we understand that some of you have business and maybe I would like to ask those of you who have businesses, what are you using to grow or to advertise your business? Your marketing. Yes. How are you marketing your product? Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Thank you. Let's proceed. Then these skills can also help you become social media influencers. Social media influencing, becoming an influencer, involves building a personal brand. You can get to know how best you can build your brand. We have influencers here. Where are you? What is your niche? So yours is more about biomedical engineering. Any other person? Influencer? Okay, let's proceed. So how do you become a social media influencer? First of all, identify your niche. Focus on a specific area of interest or expertise. If it's biomedical engineering, you want people to know, to understand how good maybe the equipment, what it takes, what you tell them about, maybe even the course. So that's your niche. Then there are people you find maybe it's about letting people know about the different hotels around, the foods, and that's their niche. So your followers are going to be in line. There's a lady called Lucy Smiles. You will search about her. So she goes to hotels and then she takes videos and talks about the hotel. She reviews and also tests their food, and then she will tell people about her experience about that hotel. So people who are looking for hotels, they can review, they can look at her posts, and then they can get to know about the different hotels in Uganda. Their food, she will eat the food and then give a review about the food. She will talk about the food at that hotel. She will talk about the room. She will talk about everything about the hotel. Okay. There are also people who knows Uncle Mo, the guy who is. Tell me about him. Mm-hmm. Mm. That you have to work hard. Signs that you have to work hard. Signs that you're not ready for dating. Signs like I think he talks about social things, but it's interesting. Even the way he takes his videos, he's just a free guy. I don't know whether he does car servicing because he's always under, where like petrol stations where they sell, and then in his overalls, and then he looks funny, puts a message. He always has like his followers, and people are interested in watching. If it's politics, he'll talk about, I think he usually talks about social things mostly. Then he will tell you about signs of you knowing that you're not yet there. You still have to work hard, and you're like, okay, I still have to work hard. And there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. Then you make sure if you want to be a social media influencer, create high quality content. It has to be quality. Because remember, there are so many influencers you're competing with. So what will capture the attention of people to follow you and love whatever you're posting? Build your audience. Use social media, blogs, and other platforms to grow your follower base. That's why most of them keep telling you, please follow me, please click subscribe, because they earn from it. So grow your audience. Do not confuse your audience. What do I mean? If you don't have a niche, you end up, for example, Anna Kansi makes high, right? But you've heard her talk about her product, like her hotel. She has a hotel, I think, in Cavalry somewhere. Or talk about what they do. Or sometimes she will take you around her hotel. She will show you her family. She's also promoting, taking advantage of her position as a social media influencer. So when you have a product, you can also find a way of promoting it as a social media influencer. And anyone can be an influencer. As long as you have interest, you invest time in it, okay, to build yourself. Advertising revenue. You see how you go on YouTube and before you watch any video that you want to watch, there is an advert. And most people like skipping. But that advert, yes, I also skip them. But of course, when you become an influencer, that's when you appreciate the value of clicking and watching. Because whenever you click, if that ad comes on your video or whatever you have posted, it earns them money. Whenever you click to watch, it earns them money. And most of these companies, I think how they do it, they look at those videos that have a bigger view, and that's how, I don't know how it is done, but you will rarely find a video that is not mostly watched, has less views, having those big adverts for big companies. Yeah. So the other way how you make money is brand partnership. You can partner with, you can be a brand ambassador for a company, like this lady Zari. Yeah, she's also an influencer. She has so many followers, but she has been a brand ambassador for several companies. Like I saw her advertising Pampers and so many other products. So you can also, but of course that comes in with how much you have invested in to build your brand as an influencer. If you have not invested in a lot and you don't have a wider, following, then companies will not be interested in coming to you. Yeah. I think we've come to the end of this. Yeah. Yeah. I think we've come to the end. Do I have any questions? Or Ronnie, do you want? Is there anything you would like to add? Any questions? Anything you want to share with us about what we have learned in this session? Yes. Or your experience? Mm. 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 Okay. I'll request Ronnie. Session is going to be handled by Ronnie. He's going to put us into groups. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the amazing session. So basically, what I want us to do, if you hear me clap once, if you hear me clap twice, amazing. So what I want us to do is to form groups or teams or working groups or however you might want to call them. But what that is going to be like is that we are going to, for the rest of the bootcamp, be working with those groups. Whenever we say, okay, join your groups or work with your groups, that's what we shall be meaning, yeah? And the whole idea of how we thought about this is that we have some people team up. Maybe, for example, if I'm here and I'm aspiring influencer, and maybe there's a business here that I can already influence for, yeah? How cool is that? Already, even before I leave the bootcamp, I'm already influencing for a business. Whether or not these guys are gonna pay you, I don't know. You will have that side conversation or side chat with them. Yeah, yeah. But ideally, hopefully, they can pay you. Yeah. So hopefully, Sparkable Toothpaste, you can pay all your influencers by the end of the bootcamp. But by show of hands, can I see people that already own a business and you've generated some revenue? And if I asked you how much money you made last month, you can tell me. Or last 2 months. Uh-huh. You can stand up. You can stand up. We want to help you grow your business, guys. Uh-huh. So there's 1, 2, 3. Huh? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4. Maybe there are 5. So so the five businesses. Yeah. We have about 2 minutes to talk about our business. Yeah. Interest us. So for us, we are maybe digital marketeers. Yeah. Yeah. We are maybe digital marketeers. We are maybe influencers. Or we also have a business, but maybe we want to first learn how did these guys actually get to the point of generating revenue. Can I even work together with them and learn how they did it? So maybe I can do the same for my business. Yeah. So now we're going to give them about 2 minutes to talk about their business. So the whole goal is that by the end of their speech, by the end of their manifesto, I'm really, really impressed and I want to join them just for the purposes of this bootcamp. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you'll continue to be in their business, but just for the purposes of this bootcamp. Why for purposes of this bootcamp? So why is because here at UCoBS, we believe that all our trainings should be highly practical and highly hands-on. Yeah. So a lot of other places you might hear a lot of theory and then you do less practicals, and by the time you leave with a lot of theory. Here at UCoBS, we do it differently. So we teach you and you learn by doing. And that's why we're having these working groups throughout the rest of the bootcamp so that you can actually work with a real actual business. And then by doing so, you can transfer all that knowledge to your own business, to your own freelancing work, to your own personal stuff. Yeah? Sounds good? Do we get it? Is there a question on why are we forming this group? So why are you trying to make me partner with the other person? Do you have a question? Do you have a suggestion? Do you have a thought? You can say it now or forever hold your peace. Yeah? Are we all okay? We all okay? Okay, cool. So the teams that have stood up, we have about 2 minutes to convince us. Tell us why you are the best business that we should partner with throughout this bootcamp so that we can learn together. It's for learning purposes. It's not for a lifetime, yeah? So let's hear from the gentleman with a microphone.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm Mohammed Indugwa. Most of my colleagues, they call me Moham. I deal in real estate, but I specifically do like in housing and real estate, whereby we have 3 sections. That is property management, buying and selling of land and houses, and then also we are yet to engage in construction. In property management, we manage commercial buildings, rentals. We partner with the owners. So here we are required to make sure that all the vacant places within the commercial building, all the rental, they are all occupied. And here we get like revenue like from both sides. Yeah, from the client, the one like who needs to rent house, and then from also the owner or the landlord. Then also in buying and selling of land and houses, that's like it's like some kind of brokerage. But specifically for me, there is a certain audience which I'm targeting, and those are the migrants. Like those are like who go to the Arab Emirates. Like you hear them like complain that when like they send their money home, they are not worked upon. Like the money like is eaten. So I'm here like I'm there like to fill the gap whereby we can like buy you land if you want to construct. Like we also like construct for you, and yeah, we are yet maybe like to start start like an online platform whereby we are going to be able to like even like make our transactions and what like all of sort. Then for the construction stuff, like it's going like to be like within because like when we sell you land, so we even like sell you the the plan for the house, and then also we also like manage the project which you want.
Okay. So I have a few questions now. So for example, for me, I'm here, I'm an influencer. Do you think you will benefit from my skills? And maybe how do you think? How do you think your business could benefit from my skills as an influencer? I influence for brands. I have skills in social media. I'm really passionate about this thing, and I have these skills, and I want to grow as an influencer. Do you think your business can benefit from my expertise?
Exactly,
Uh huh.
100%. Yeah.
Why or how? Do you think so?
Because like you find that you because right now for me I want like to target those bigger influencers
Mm,
like who have a very big audience
yeah.
and and, and who are trusted
Yeah.
because we are sure that if maybe like you have a
Mm,
very big person like
yeah.
who is an influencer,
Yeah.
so the message which he or she like would be putting out
Yeah.
and they
And I want to learn with you. Yeah. You learn about digital marketing. I learn about digital marketing. Do you think we can benefit from each other?
yeah very well.
Okay.
Yes.
So how about anyway, thank you. So the guys who are listening, I hope you're picking some insights, and maybe his business has interested you in working with them. So also maybe lastly, what if I'm a business owner as well? Do you think I could contribute something to your marketing strategy or share some ideas from what I've learned? Maybe my business has not yet made revenue, but I've been working as a founder. Yeah, I've learned certain things about marketing, and I want to share them with you so we can learn together. Do you think I would be of help?
Yeah, usually, yeah, you will be offered because in a business, yes, you may think of a competition,
Yeah.
but a collaboration, I think, is the best
Yeah.
because we depend from each other,
Mm.
and most like if you are working together, like
Yeah.
we can create a very bigger network,
Mm.
and then the audience whereby we can actually like, keep on like refer like advertising together,
Yeah.
and then like also referring to customers that we can all of us benefit as a community because
Mm.
lastly like why am
Yeah.
I like saying a collaboration?
One
Yeah,
last one. Yeah.
yeah. No man can make himself rich
Mm.
without reaching others. So you have
Yeah.
to make people around you also rich.
Yeah.
Thank you very
So
much.
so guys who want to grow rich with him, yeah, we can join him so that we can all grow rich together. He's a generous man. So who's going next? Okay, then the gentleman with the microphone. You can tell us about the business and yeah,
Good morning.
yeah, morning.
My name is Abaho Adam, and I'm from Team Spark Herbal Toothpaste.
Mm.
Spark Herbal Toothpaste is a herbal brand
Yeah.
that is mainly solving a four-in-one formula.
Yeah.
Is solving almost all the oral health problems. So, are you a person who is having painful teeth, or you have bleeding gums, or you suffer a challenge of halitosis? Here I mean bad breath. So if you are that person, don't leave this room without buying this Sparkable toothpaste. Yeah, because we are one of the brands in Uganda that has actually even tapped into environmental conservation. You see, if you are to check now in the latest versions of Colgate Herbal, it has brought up a nice secondary packaging, which is high density polyethylene. But for us, we started with it. Colgate has been using ABL material which cannot be recycled. But for us, we have already tackled into that. So if you are a person also who is environmental conservative, you can have a reason to support us. Yeah. So that is our business.
Okay.
And I'm looking for any influencer around here.
Okay.
If you could,
Influencers, if we are there,
if you
there's a
could
gig.
be able, because our target audience now, we are looking for those people with those problems, but mainly we want to first tap into students, school-going students, partner with schools. So if you are a person, an influencer, who has that audience, you mean you can maybe have the audience of students when they are in the holidays, they usually follow your content. We are cool to partner with you and help us build our business. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. The next person. Okay.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Biabazire Pore. I co-found Nature's Green Initiative. Our purpose, we empower youth, skill them, to recycle some things in the environment, and then we make products out of them. The problem is we are trying to solve is some things in the environment are left uncycled, so we are trying to tackle that problem. The solution, we are adding value in some products, like byproducts of meat and other products. We are a team of 5 people. I'm the co-founder, and others are out there. They will be coming to represent me if I'll be doing other things. That's what we do. Yeah, in summary.
Okay, thank you. Maybe also, I talked about the influencers, yeah, and people have been calling you out, right? Calling for you or looking for you. But also, you realize that even when we are introducing ourselves in the morning, there are some people who are freelancers, yeah. And I had some people, I think 2 or 3 people, talk about their graphics design skills, yeah. So these guys are probably going to need work to do with designing flyers so that the influencers can post them. So you could also start thinking which teams are exciting for you right now that you could join and already start putting your work out there. You never know, you could design a flyer for this guy, and the next time he really 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 wants to pay someone, he's like, this guy I met in this bootcamp was a really good graphics designer, so you have a freelance gig, yeah. So maybe that's also a good time for you to work with someone. Next person. Maybe would you, if I'm a graphics designer, or if I'm an influencer, do you think I will be of use to you? Yes. Adverts. Okay. Do you need influencers as well? Okay. Yeah. So you guys, you've had these things where unless you're a graphics designer and you want like a gig, and someone's like, send me your portfolio, send me your work, show me your work, show me what you've done before, and you're like, you don't have a portfolio of work, yeah. So now here's a chance. You have a chance to one day say that, hey, I actually have done work. I did graphics design or advert campaign for this business, and they went from 0 clients and they went to 3 clients. So you have something to talk about, yeah, for your future gigs. So freelancers out there, I hope you're taking notes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Yes. Okay. Yeah. By the way, you're convincing us, eh? Yes. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Biondo Ryan. For me, I'm from Siren Gadgets. For us, we based at New Pioneer Mall, Shop PC20. It's in Kampala. But for me, when I'm away from my workplace, here, for example, here at school, I be running the social media posts for our business.
Yeah.
I post on X, I post on Snapchat, I post on WhatsApp,
Yeah.
I post on Instagram, TikTok. So I make use of all those social media platforms. So for us, we deal in brand new phones,
Yeah.
UK used phones,
Yeah.
specifically iPhones,
Mm.
Samsung, Google Pixels, those cool brands, and
Yeah.
also speakers of all types. So all quick gadgets which can uplift your tech game.
Yeah.
So everyone here who is interested in uplifting their tech game, holding a nice PC, holding a nice phone, so everything which is classy or like something which is enticing for like everyone. Like so for us we are basically targeting a wide range of clients, and in this, like for us our service delivery base, like we deliver across the the whole country. We deliver countrywide. We usually receive orders from all corners of Uganda. So we we look forward to delivering the best and high quality gadgets all over the whole country. So our theme, we are it's a power of possibilities. So authenticity is our thing, and being original. So here in this boot camp, I'm looking forward to learning more and gaining more and adding on what I can do on social media platforms, like being able to make more, like enticing adverts for our business, and also pick a leaf from anyone here who, like any word of advice, anything which can be like a benefit to my business or our business. So I'm looking forward to any influencers around, anyone who can do good graphics, which is really good and can attract masses of people. So I'm looking forward to that, this bootcamp.
Okay. Thank you so much. We are there. We have heard you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nyaz Trevor Jonathan. I started a business called Zenon Graphics Agency. We deal in branding, printing, and also some form of marketing. For some context, last year we made close to 564 designs, and from the time we started 4 years ago to now, we branded close to 35 startups. If you look at Mr. Moham, we seated there, from the logo, the t-shirts, and everything, we did them. And I also have my clients here also with me. Then in Uganda here, we've
Happy
made
clients. I
is-
can see they're happy clients.
with Equity Bank. We've also worked with Kachua Sugar Limited, and also done some designs for Mbari University. If you remember the National Medical Quiz, and also some work for the Education Fair, which happened last semester. Then we've also been able to span across the continent. We have some clients from abroad. If you can Google up She Aid Foundation, Chakul Organic Foods, and many others based in the US. So I'm looking forward to working with anyone here with a startup. As I said, so far the startups we branded, they are close to 30 and many more coming. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We have heard you. We are coming. Just in case you are planning to go out in the job market and then those things where they're asking for 10 years of experience, guy, you've just graduated, you know, this guy is giving you a chance to work with him or work for him. I don't know. And then you have a portfolio to build. I don't know, whichever. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Savero Kanakuya. I own a business called Delight Creamery. We work from New Vision Building, next to Posta, like if you know High Street, opposite Amazon. Yes, that's where we're based. We sell ice cream from 1,000 to fans galas around, like campaigns, politicians. Yes, acquired by this guy. When you talked about my startup, yeah, we are there and we are making money.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank within all the brilliant
Everyone uses a perfume.
boss lady, please be specific.
Yes.
Okay, the boss lady has spoken. She's saying she needs everyone, yeah? So if you're an influencer, if you're a digital marketer, she needs everyone. You still sharing?
No, I'm done.
Okay, I think gentleman here has a question or something. You wanted to share something, eh?
Thank you. A good morning to us all.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, so my name is Morris Dixon. I'm really so happy to be in this place. You know, at first when you talked about the numbers, I felt a little bit nervous sharing the numbers of.
Yeah, but now you want to show us
Uh,
that I'm that guy.
no, so we deal in
Yeah,
bakery products,
yeah.
bread, cakes, and anything that is to do with flour and the like.
Mm,
Yeah, so we've been in operation for quite a long time.
yeah.
The business was started by my father, and since my senior one, I've been heavily engaged into it up to now. And the reason as to why I'm here is to obtain the skills like I saw. When I saw the email, digital marketing, everyone wants to expand their customer base. Everyone wants to have that increase in revenue from time to time. And the question is always how. So when I heard of this, I had to take up the privilege to be part of us. Yeah. It's called Yolex Bakery Limited. Yolex.
Yolex. Okay. So, Yolex boss, sir. Which kinds of individuals or talented guys are you hoping or wishing to work with in this room? Because I can guarantee you there's so many brilliant guys in here. Actually, everyone here is brilliant by the time they're here and they were chosen. So, what kinds of brilliant guys are you looking at working with throughout the bootcamp?
Well, you see what sells us out there.
Yeah,
It can be main in terms of packaging
yeah,
and maybe how the product looks like. I think that's on the production bit of it. But how you expose yourself to the people, the display, the outlook. So I'm looking at maybe people into the design and people who can do like marketing, something like that. Anyway, all for the cause of growing up the revenue.
okay. Okay, thank you. So I think, yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, so I think one thing that I've realized is some people's businesses could benefit from other people's businesses. So I hope you guys are also noticing, yeah. So we are going to have after all this. I know some people have questions. I'm coming. So after all this, we are going to have about 6 7 minutes just for us to network casually and then see where we want to fit in with each other. Yeah. So I hope now you're taking notice of who which business you could benefit from, which business your business could benefit from, and who you could, work with, gain more skills from them, or learn from each other. I don't know. You had a question.
It's not like a question. I just wanted to add something, please. Like when you talked about, like when you were speaking initially, you said about businesses that are making money. But like another one I have, which is Magala Wellness Limited. For that one, I'm sure we haven't made any coin. I can say yes. Yes, yes, sir. As I was saying, like Magala Wellness Limited, that is a wellness company. I started it, I think it was in year two. But like up now, we're dealing in corporate wellness, like helping people, like we provide innovative and sustainable wellness services, like helping people to achieve like optimal health. Yes, but as of now, I'm saying we haven't made any money. And the main reason as to why I'm here is I want to boost like my knowledge of like digital marketing because I think we're basically focusing there. Yes, so thank you.
So my name is Habi Emmanuel. I felt nervous a bit when you talked about the revenues you've earned the last month and all that. That's why I failed to stand up then. Yeah. But I would like to share something about my business. Yeah, so my business is called Crafty Shop Uganda. Actually, even if you go to your website, if you have internet, you can just search Crafty Shop Uganda to bring you everything, the business profile and all the platforms. Yeah, this is a business I started up, I think 3 years back. That's 2022. Started up as a coursework. Actually, it was just coursework. Yeah, and back then when I was still in Uganda Christian University, and it was just coursework. It was entrepreneurship and business skills, where we had to exhibit something as a business. Yeah, so I developed something which was a marketplace that was specifically to deal in crafted products. Yeah, everything you know about crafts, like the crafted sandals, the jewelry, the cutlery, there is crochet, there is art pieces and all of that. So I developed an online platform. I developed a website. It's called Crafty Shop Uganda. When you just go there on Google, it will just come. It's off where we do sell these products online to make them access to hawk them on the roadside. So it would limit people who would want them. Somebody's in Entebbe but can't access them because that person who sells them is in Karamoja or deep down in the villages. So I wanted to create access of these products to those ones who want them, because most of the people here want those crafted products. So when I track back when I check on my end on my profile here, I see from the time I created it up to now, I've had 1,097 visitors to that website, and I've had 489 product views, which approximate around Uganda shillings 22 million total worth of products viewed. Like if you the total up for all those products that people have viewed, they go up to 22 million shillings. However, I've received a few orders and revenue that's approximating to 383, just because I've taken time. From the time I joined MAST, I wanted to first concentrate on my academics, so I first paused it. Though I sometimes receive some 1, 2, 3 orders, but that's on phone call, not on the system. Yeah. But that's why I'm here to get the skills of how to convert my product views or visitors into the revenue. Because I realized I have a very high number of visitors, but I generate less revenue. Then two, I would also like to link up with mostly influencers, because most of these products, if you were to realize, these crafted products, people who want them, they want to get something behind. What's the meaning behind it? If I'm buying maybe a Uganda coat of arm, what's behind it? So I want content creators who can write something about that. If it's a craft, tell about its history. How does it come about? What is its value? What does it mean to someone? If it's maybe a back cloth, what does it bring? How does it come about? What was its use back then? Some of them buy them as souvenirs or something that can remind them about something. Some of these products are from different cultures like Banyankore, Acholi. So I would like some content creators from different regions to bring that meaning on the website for people who want to source these products to get to know about them and access them when they have the real meaning of it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. You have a question or to supplement your presentation? Okay. In 20 seconds, sir.
Okay, thank you. Me, I actually want to add on what I previously said. I know we really need digital marketing to market our products and those influencers. But besides all those, most startups in Uganda are affected by funding. So, on behalf of other startups who may be here, I want to to to, to see if we can get people who can fund us. You may push your products, but then some funding. Thank you.
I think if you can convince us that you were able to utilize all the knowledge and skills you got from the digital marketing skills program to go from 50 customers to 1,000 customers, yeah, we shall. I think there are some people with money bags, so they might consider getting you some cash. You have a submission. Um, who else has a submission? So he's the last one, yeah? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mulamba Joram Jefferson. I do digital marketing, graphic design, and web design services. But then you're not hearing me. So what I wanted to tell like the different businesses which are around here. Most times when you're looking at digital marketing, people look at influencers and maybe designing posters. That is a good form of marketing. But now you are looking at an influencer. He's doing well, like maybe let me say he's selling chairs. For him, okay, he has a phone business. But then for you, you want maybe to maybe you have a phone company and you want him to make a review maybe for your phone, which is good. But then it will have sometimes it can impact his credibility because he might need to maybe give you a good review so that he can earn some money from you. But then why wouldn't businesses, more so maybe someone who sells toothpaste, look at a way of building their digital marketing team? For example, we have case studies maybe on TikTok. We have LC Sign. Don't know people on TikTok. I think I've seen him. We have Sozo Property. He's a Ugandan. He markets his furniture, but in a funny way. It does. Okay, you never see a poster for Sozo. Me, I do posters, but then you never see a poster for Sozo furniture. But then you will get his content. You will laugh. You will know that he's there. When you're looking for a sofa set, you look for him. So maybe businesses should look into digital marketing as a whole, not just influencers and maybe graphic designers. That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much for your submission. And I believe that for the fact that we are a diverse group here, we have influencers, we have digital marketeers, we have businesses. So we're not, for learning purposes of this bootcamp, we are looking at how do we learn from each other and maximize the potential of this bootcamp. Yeah. But I really love your submission, which is very genuine. Actually, is that me as a business or as a business owner, I'm just re-echoing what he has said. Yeah. I hope everyone was listening. That me as a business owner, I don't only have to think about, okay, now I have a business, someone should influence for me. I can actually influence for myself. I can promote my business myself. And hopefully by the time we leave the bootcamp, everyone has soaked up all this knowledge and they can do that for themselves. So thank you, sir. Maybe a chance for one last person in case you didn't talk about your business and you really want to talk about your business. You really, really want to talk about your business. Maybe you just didn't get a chance. You want to talk about your business. One last person. Okay, seems like we are good. So you want to talk about your business, and you guys are not from the okay. I think you're different, but you spoke, and I think you had the most time speaking. So you want a question? You have a question, a submission, or a supplement? A supplement. Is it about your business? So, what is the other business?
So I think let me just like maybe like pass it as an announcement because yeah I do printing. Yeah, I do printing. In a GS2, that is a Gen Sprat. Yeah, I do binding, photocopying, and also I also do money rendering.
You guys, if profit maximization was a person, yeah, okay. Okay, guys. So it's 2 minutes to 12. I want, let's say by 12:15. No, 12:10. Yeah, 12:10. We go and sit back down in our places. So what we're going to be doing between now and 12:10 is people have shared, they've pitched to us, they've told us about their ideas, their businesses. We've talked about what we can do, what we intend to do. Now, can we use that information the way we want in those 10, 12 minutes? You saw that person pitch their business, you were interested, you have those skills. Can you go to them and ask for more information? You saw a business that you could both benefit from each other. Can you talk to each other in those 12, 10 minutes? Let's do that. And then I don't have proper papers. I really apologize, but I try to be creative. So there's papers here in case you need to write your team or group members. And I re-emphasize these teams or these members are just for this bootcamp. If you're interested in going beyond this bootcamp, it's up to you. but we are doing these groups just for this bootcamp for learning purposes. Why? Is because we want to keep this bootcamp as practical as possible. We talk about an ad, we talk about a campaign, we talk about a digital marketing campaign. You actually do it with a business, with real people, in real life, physically, before you leave. And by the time you leave, you can be able to see the impact of your work, yeah, as opposed to thinking or visualizing or imagining what your work could have done, yeah. And we have a supplement, some other communication from.
Yeah, thanks, Ronnie. Guys, because we want to understand the composition of these groups, because you see, we have realized first we had about 5 people, 6 people who were very confident, tell us about their business. But then I'm beginning to see that we are getting to 9. With the who was Craft? Someone was Craft. Yes, Craft was the last one, and that made 9. So with the people who are not in the 9, put up your hands and see how many people that we see if this thing is going to become feasible to make 9 groups. Because we want to have a solid, like your team, we want it to have at least 3 people. I don't want one person coming and saying I'm a team of 1. It doesn't make sense. So I wanted to see how many people haven't mentioned. How many? Okay, let's see. 1. Okay, stand up that we just see how many people are going to join. So there is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, so 18 means that groups of 3. Is that okay? Can we work with that? So that means they're going to be or we can reduce them. You have
maybe to no, Ronnie, to add to your voice and his voice and Nuriat's voice. In these groups, we are there to get hands on. It is the same information which you will transfer to your own business. But here we have to maximize, business. You maximize. You put in minimum and maximize. Now we form those groups and we maximize the input by you getting the experience to run your own businesses. Is that clear? So don't mind whichever group you join. The most important is to get the experience.
Thank you so much, Dr. Imelda. I hope now it's really clear. We know these groups are for learning purposes throughout the period of this bootcamp. So right about now, let's talk to each other. Let's try to form groups. We have papers here. You could write your names of your members in case you're interested, or you have your notebook, but at least know your members, yeah? Then we come back at 12:10.
want to think about consideration. Consideration is basically a customer saying, now this is a product that I want to buy. Okay? That's consideration. Then we want to move to purchasing. The customer has appreciated your product, that they are ready to pay money for your product that you purchase. And experience your product, buying it over and over again. And post-purchase, the person is so happy with your product that when they're referring it to their family, their friends. That is what we want to understand the customer. So, ladies and gentlemen, the beginning point for us is to understand our customer. It's very key. And this is the journey that they go through. Okay? Now, how I want us to move is what we call customer mapping. It is the way we interact with our customer. Okay? The way we interact with our customer. I want to believe before you're going to sell your things, whatever you're going to do, whatever business you're going to go into, you need to understand what I'm calling the pain points. Customer, your business doesn't exist. You're not going to make money. No one is going to buy your product. So the key thing, the starting point is, what issues does my customer have? Now, it's what I'm calling pain points here. Okay? The challenges. If your customer does not have a challenge, then you're not selling anything. People don't care about your product. People, whatever you're doing is useless if people do not have an issue with it. Does that make sense? So even before we start our businesses, we have to think through what is the issue that our customer has. Okay? That's the starting point. Then we have to go to customer persona. Basically, there are so many, the representation of our customers, there are so many customer segments. There are so many customers. Listen, guys, you cannot solve everyone's problem. Can you? Like, can your issue solve everyone's problem? No. So what we do what we call customer segmentation. We try to understand the customer that is going to take our product, our service, whatever we're putting forward. We understand that customer. That is the step. And that is you to do. Okay? The guy who talked about the guys in Qatar, Dubai, who keep sending their money here and what, that is actually a key thing because many people have that problem. You need to do research about those guys. Know who are the guys who are there, who are going to send the money to us. You need to do some kind of survey. First of all, you've understood their problem. Their issues are the first step. Their issues are that guys are, the words you guys use, playing their money. They send their money, people do not invest in the land they want to buy. So you've understood their problem. But who are they? They can't be everyone. Okay? They are who? You need to understand who are they. And this is the second step. This one here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, talk about sums. What do you think? Now we know what they are, right? So what do you think? Packing snacks for school. Guys did not have snacks. Their kids are going back to boarding school and that kind of thing. They did not have, correct? Huh? Go on. People selling the Guinness on the road. Guys did not like, customers did not like that, so they were solving that issue. Yes, please. Oily crisp. So they were offering a better kind of crisp. Okay? Yes, please. Yeah. They had that crunchy feeling, that good crunchy. Now, see, people have always been producing snacks. Snacks have been there for all this time. But these guys realize all the issues that you've said. Some customers were not happy with all these the crisps which have been there for like the last 20, 30 years. So there was some kind of improvement that they did to the current crisps, and now people moved to them. That's the first part they identified. Why were customers not happy? They realized. Guys, in the same vein, in the businesses that you have done, why are your customers not happy? You might think that whatever you're doing, you're satisfying there, but there might be an issue. Maybe you need to improve. So those are the kind of, and you get to know that by asking them, getting feedback from them. When they tell you that instead of this, do this, that you start to realize that they are saying your product is not bad, but if you did this, it would be better. Make sense? Who are the kind of customers for Sam's? Yes. Thank you very much. The kids. What age group? Kids who like snacks. What age group? Between what and what? Kids on tour on snacks. Kids are on tour on snacks. Okay. Two until what? What are you saying until what? So in between there. Go on. How old are you? Are you 19? Do you like snacks? Of snacks, huh? Snacks for them. So now, guess what? They are beginning to understand who their customers are. So when you're doing this customer persona, you're understanding who are you selling your product to. So we have first of all said they're kids. Okay, what kind of kids? From 3 to 19. Good. You've established this. Now, in the same vein, in whatever businesses that you're doing, understand which customer you're selling your product to. Your customer might be an adult. Don't say, I'm not saying everyone's going to be between 3 and 19. Your customer might be between 21 and 25. But what we're trying to say about this is you need to segment your customer and say, this is where they are. And then you focus in that segment. You do not keep going out because you cannot solve everyone's problem. Are we good? Now, we move to what was motivating these kids. This motivation. I want us to talk about this, about Sam's. What do you think are some of the things that were motivating them to buy that product? What was Sam's offering which made people happy, which made the customers happy? Yes, please. The packaging is very good. Happy to buy it, right? Go on, sorry. Yes. Packaging is good. Duration is good. You take them to school, you cannot open them for 2 months at school and they're still okay when you open them after the second month. So the duration, packaging, anything else you think motivate the parents to buy these snacks for the kids. Yes. When you're carrying them to school, you can put them in your bag because most of the people who take them, apart from the very young kids, are secondary kids who are going to boarding, so you can pack them. The packaging is very good. Yes, please. Go on. So the motivation can come from the fact that these people are marketing their product very well, that people see. You know, when you see something and you really like it, you can even actually go and tell your parent, this thing I want to. So yeah, it can motivate you to buy it. Okay. Anything else you have in mind? Yes, please. Ah, good. Anything else we can think about? Yes. Ah, and that is very key. Yes. Thank you very much. Affordability. Talk about affordability. First of all, one of the key things that makes us buy something is price. It's the biggest factor that contributes to us buying something. Before we go into tastes and preferences, all the other factors, price is the biggest. So if it's talking about affordability, everyone can buy them. 500, 1K, 2K, you can buy them. So almost all the customers, these people that they have chosen, almost all these customers can afford to buy them. So it motivates them. It's cheap, affordable. I can buy it. Now, can we jump to at what point are the touch points? When do the SAMS team start interacting with the customer? What comes to your mind when I say that? At what point do they touch this touch point? Yes. I'm talking about when we start to meet the customer and the business. That's what I want. Events. Someone talked about they have some free events where someone said that, right? The, the, the points I want is where do the customers start to meet the business owner. You guys have your businesses. At what points do you start to meet the customers that you want? Yes, please. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what we have talked about. Everything you're seeing here is exactly what we have discussed. Okay? The pain points is there was no good banana or potato crisps. The customers are the people we talked about, the kids, family members, and those kind of things. The motivation, affordability, good taste, touch points are the physical stores, social media, when you go to those fairs, all that is correct. And that is what I wanted us to look at. Now, in the same vein, we want you to start to think about your businesses and think about these steps. Because you have to understand the customer. You have to understand the customer's journey for you to start to make sales, for you to scale up, for your business to flourish. You need to understand your customer. That's why we're trying to look at the customer journey. Okay? Now, can we move to we are going to this one I talked about, how to create a persona, understand the customer. I talked about this. These are steps. We are going to, when we're having our at lunchtime, we are going to expect you to start to think about the customer of those businesses. We're now going to use the 7 businesses that we talked about. As a group, you sit down and start to think, who are the customers of our group, of our team, of our business? You have to do some kind of survey to ask. You have to identify the common characteristics about the sums, we talked about the kids. These kids are in what age group? These are the kind of things you need to understand when you're understanding the persona of the customer. You have to profile them, those demographics about the customer. When you begin to understand those small things, you begin to understand the customer that you're going to interact with. Okay? Now, I want us now, this you shall do it. I want us to do this in our groups, maybe at that lunchtime break. And then I want us to start to identify the customer. Okay? Now, what I'm now going to do are the 5 steps of a customer's journey. I'm just going to talk about those 5 steps and we're going to finish up. Awareness. This is simply the customer becomes aware of your product or service. Now, we have talked about this already. So I'm going to say, how does a customer become aware of your product? How do you think? Go on. Your business begins to post social media. You're beginning to put out adverts about your business. People are beginning to see your adverts and understanding what your business is about. Existing customers can tell their friends, their family. We call it referrals. I like something from your business. I go and tell a friend of mine that that product you are doing very good. You can go and buy it. So referrals. Anything else we can think about? Yes. Sponsorships. Sponsorships. When you sponsor something, you push out the narrative of what your product is, and people can get to know it. So, for example, there is a Imbara football. What is our club here called? Is it Imbara? Imbara what? Imbara City FC. So, when people like Coca-Cola, people like Pepsi, they want to push their Nike and all that, they want to push their brand out, they sponsor those kind of things. They can sponsor the league, and by sponsoring the league, people are getting to know their product. Even smaller, you're seeing smaller businesses beginning to sponsor these leagues and kind of thing. So that sponsorship can make people aware of what you're doing. Yes? No? Okay, we are at startup level, so it's not that we are going to have the capacity to sponsor, but it's another way. If you feel like you have reached a point where you can sponsor something, it can be a small event. People get to know what you're doing from that small event. Yes, please. Yes, you can go on. Exhibition. Those are very good actually, and that's how people get to know about your product or your service. Anything else you want to say? You had something to say? Go on. Okay, let's first wait. I want us to finish exhaust this. You had something to say? I want to talk about, we're still talking about awareness and how people get to know our products or our services. That's what I want us to do. Trade shows. And from, yes, another business can talk about you. Okay? And people get to know what you do. Yes, please. We have okay, and it actually works because a pastor can have a service at church on a Sunday and he tells people, the congregation, about your product. Buy this product, it worked for how people get to know about what you're doing. Everything we have mentioned, that is how it is. And that, you know what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand the journey a customer goes through. So the first step for me to buy what you have is to first get to know what you're doing. Awareness. That is the first part. We move to the second part. Consideration. you understand by consideration? Why should I consider your product? What comes to your mind when you talk about consideration of something? What comes to your mind? Consideration. I'm now aware of your product. We have finished awareness. Number one, we have ticked it off. Now, why would I consider your product? Yes, please. If you're giving me good quality, we talked about the crisps. Maybe they were the crisps before were not as crunchy, they were not as, but now you're giving me a better, tastier crisp. I'll go for you, right? Yes, please. The pricing, for customers, as I said, pricing is very key. I will consider you if you're giving me an affordable price. It's as simple as that. As customers, we love good deals, good prices. Anything else we can think about? Yes. Sorry? If I hear good reviews about you, I'm going to consider you. Because listen, I have gotten to know who you are, but something has to be extra to kick me into saying, now let me get it. So if I hear someone else telling me that, you know what, that product is good, and those are what we call testimonies or stories about customers, other customers saying that your product is good. Never underestimate the customer's feedback or his testimony about your product. If a customer gives you a good rating about you're like 90% there. Because other customers always listen to what someone has. A person who has used your product, if he says that your thing is good, you're 90% there. Someone else will buy it. Simply because of a review from another customer. Anything else we can think that consideration? Yes, please. Yes, availability. We like being in convenience. That convenience, never underestimate convenience. If you're doing something which is going to bring a service or a product near me in a convenient manner, I am going to consider it. Okay? We don't like being put into, I have to do this. So the hassle, that hassle, for me to buy this product, I have to go through this. Make it easy. Make the journey easy for the customer. In everything that you do, all your systems, your businesses, make it easy. If you're saying the payment is going to be via mobile money, the person does this, make that whole process easy. As soon as it becomes cumbersome or difficult, someone will drop your product. They will not buy it. So make the whole process convenient. Okay. Now we move to packaging. We saw the example of Sam's. Sam's has very good packaging, attractive packaging. People like things which look good. If your packaging is not conducive, when I buy it, I can't even put it out in the hostel where that person seeing it because it looks funny. Those small things like that, people will not buy your thing. We like that thing of a nice thing. It's an iPhone, in its good iPhone package. You're putting it there for everyone to see. We like that. That is how human nature is. So even the packaging alone can make or break your business. Okay? So have good packaging. Now we move to decision. The customer decides to purchase your product or service. That's the decision. He has made this decision. It has come from the fact that number one, he's aware of your product. Number two, he has considered your product. And number three, he has decided to buy your product. Everything is now clear. He's happy. He has bought the product. That one is straightforward. We move to number four. You guys see number four? What is this? Intention. This is one of the most difficult things, by the way. That is step number four. Step number four talks about the customer continues to use your product or service. Listen, guys. Someone has bought your product. Sorry, let's even go through the steps again. Someone is aware. Someone has considered it. Someone has what? What was the third one? Decision to buy it. Now, we go to number 4, retention. How do you keep that customer? That thing is very key. We underestimate keeping a customer. We think it's easy. We think if someone buys, he will always buy. Is that true? No, yes. Is it true that if I buy your product, I'll always buy your product? No. How do we make it possible that a customer will continuously buy our product? That is the retention I'm talking about. How do we make that possible? Yes, please. Toothpaste. Yes. You not. You see? You see how that is very key? Customers' feedback. Customers' feedback, take it seriously and do what the customer has said. Remember, we said at the beginning, customer is king. Whatever the customer says, he's the person putting money in your pocket. If you that customer has a big head. Whatever you start, whatever you do, you need to be trustworthy, and whatever you say you can deliver. Actually, if you have a problem with your product, for example, you didn't estimate that you thought that if you do like 200 products, depending on what you're doing, and the 200 all go in 1 week, you didn't see that coming. It's a good thing for you. Do not, people who are booking in that same week, maybe the guys of Friday, but you know that you're going to take another 2 weeks, 3 weeks to generate more products. You rather tell them, guys, listen, the product has run out, but in 2 weeks we expect you to get something else. Be trustworthy. Tell them the truth. As soon as you start getting stuck in lies, I'll be ready for you in like 2 days. The 2 days come, the customer sends you an email. The thing is not yet here. Give me another 2 days. This is how they will lose trust in you, and they will leave your product. So, in everything that you do, as you move forward in your business, tell the truth. And even though you're not ready, it's better to tell the truth than to lie to someone. You want to say? Let's hear from you. Yes. The way we can retain that is what we're doing actually today. We are teaching you digital marketing, and one of the things which falls under digital marketing is you engage with customers in real time. A customer who bought your thing, you can send him an email and say, I think, listen, how was the product? Did it happen? Did it do well for you? Is there a way we can do something better? What do you think? Give us some feedback. When someone buys your thing and goes, you'll never see them again. Digital marketing, the advantages, you can keep that customer engagement. Very, very key. Now, let's move to the last one. This is the last step of the journey of a customer journey. Advocacy. Satisfied customers become your ambassadors. ladies and gentlemen, how do we make these people who like, remember, by the time they're at this stage, they love your product, they are happy with your product, they are using your product. How do we maintain? How do we get to a point where even without you telling them, the person is your ambassador? He's telling people out there about your product, even regardless of you being there, because the person is in love. He loves your product. It's working for them. How do we get a customer to this level? What do you think? Yes, please. In everything that you do, you have to be consistent. Consistent with quality, consistent with quantity, consistent with time. When you say you want to deliver something, you deliver. You know these guys, what are these food people in Kampala? Javas. You know how they talk about Java's food being either the quality is the same, the quantity is they give you enough. And even on timing these days, I think they have gotten it right. When they say your food will reach you in 30 minutes, depending on where you are, because they have many branches, wherever you order from, they are going to order from the branches nearest to you, and they're going to try to be consistent in all those departments. You know those matrices of quality, time. People look into those things to understand if your product is at a standard that you're saying it is. If your timeliness becomes bad, you say this product will reach you in 30 minutes, in 1 hour, it hasn't reached you. Guess what? Even though you're sending me the food and it's good, the time alone is disturbing me. You know what I mean? So you have to be consistent in all those matrices which people use to measure your performance, because that's how they know you're performing well, you're doing a good job. How else do you think we can get our customers? Because ideally, we want all our customers to be at this point. So we're understanding their journey. Yes, please. I like where you're going with this. So he's saying that you're giving some kind of commission. You tell people kind of commissions, those loyalty things, offers that business owners give them. People love that. Yes, you are saying something? Yeah, vouchers. You reach a point where you're giving people vouchers. A person buys your product, you give them a voucher. The next time you come, 10% off on that same product. Those small things keep people engaged and happy with your product. Yes, please. Yes. Huh? Yes. Yes. Okay. Good. Thank you. So, like the guys of herbal toothpaste, they think about toothbrushes also. You buy the toothpaste, you get a free. We're giving him ideas. Yes, please. Yes, we come here. Uh-huh. Mukono. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hey. 60. Ah, good. And you're going to better deliver next Tuesday. Okay, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the ways these are some of the ways we can keep our customers, make them ambassadors, because they're very happy with what we're doing. But more importantly, what this session tries to bring to us is you need to understand your customer. It's very key. The customer is king. Without the customer, you're not going to make business. You're starting your business to make money. Understand the journey your customer goes through. By doing that, you're going to be ready to get more customers, to retain, scale up, and make good business. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that comes to the end of that session. We shall be going through this session after lunch.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rini, for the wonderful session. I was also learning, so I hope everyone else was learning as well. Thank you so much. Let us give him another round of applause. That was super amazing. Right now, okay, so right now we can step out for lunch and be back at exactly 2 p.m. We shall be starting our next session. So we have a very few minutes. We have 30 minutes to have our lunch really fast and then come back. Yeah. So at 2 p.m. we are back. Thank you.
You don't ever notice me.
Chinawolovu chovola banga ndi musana
Each whoever is not dancing Chinawolovu. Let me see who is not dancing Chinawolovu. Let's go.
chovola banga ndi musanyufu oyagala kunaba masiba kuwe oba toyagala tambuliranga Chinawolovu Chinawolovu chovola banga ndi musanyufu.
More music on trendybeats.com.
Let's go Chinawolovu.
But you no vex for me. Say I never go.
I'm the co-founder. Let's do that very fast. A minute is done. All right. We are going to be hands-on, like all hands-on. It's all hands on deck. Okay. Be sure you have your phone. If you don't have a phone, I'm sure you have a laptop. We were told to get our gadgets, right? Keisha confirmed that everybody has internet. Keisha, is she? Does everybody have internet? Can you test the abilities of your internet? Now, whereas you're going to work as a group, we're also going to be working as individuals. Huh? Let me repeat that. Whereas you're working as a group, as a team, there's going to be some part of individualisticness. You're going to work as an individual at some point. When I was doing physics and math in my A level, I would let the geniuses compute the math, and then we would look at them as they compute the math. And then when it comes to the exam, you're like, oh my God, she was cracking it very fine. I don't know what happened. So we're not going to do that. All hands are going to be on our gadgets. Everybody is going to try out something. Okay? We are going to leverage AI for the digital marketing. And there's going to be a big part of AI that we're going to be doing and learning. So for starters, I'm going to introduce you to the common AIs that we know. Any AI models that we know? Yes? DeepSeek. DeepSeek is one of the AIs which is closer to, I don't know, now it's a month from China, which is relatively conversational, works like ChatGPT, very powerful. Okay, another AI model we know. Gemini, yes. What does Gemini do? Coding. Okay. So again, somebody was saying, I need a graphic designer. I do not know, web designer. You do not need them so much. Okay. You don't want to be like, oh, I need you like the blood that, no. Gemini will cover us. Anybody else? Any other AI models that you can think about? Yes, sir. Cloud or Claude. CLAUDE. That is also very good for coding. Claude or Cloud. Okay, yes, sir. Open Sora. Sora does what? The video editing, the video making, the video whatever. Okay, anybody else? Yes, sir. Perplexity is good for research. Okay, any other AI model? Meta, we all have this WhatsApp. You say, Meta, I'm so bored. Can you kindly drop me maybe 2 movies that I can actually watch? And Meta says, how old are you? Which ones do you need? Okay, anybody else? Any other AI models that you can think about? I'm so surprised you not mentioned ChatGPT. Oh, somebody mentioned it. I did. All right. Now we are going to use these various AI for various tasks. Okay? But we're going to understand how do we use AI? What are the basics? At least, what are the basics? Now we know these AI models. When I was starting to use artificial intelligence, I would sometimes think, hey, isn't this thing tired of me? I'm asking questions like a fool again and again. Then I reminded myself, this is a machine. So, however many questions I'll ask, she should handle it. She wouldn't get angry, or she wouldn't get angry. So I would continue probing and probing. We'll also find that your output from either of these AI models is going to be as good as the input you feed it. So we are also going to look at how we communicate with our AI. It's like it's supposed to be a conversation. If you went to your father and you said, "Hi, Dad, I'm school. At school, we do not have. Well, I didn't take a shower. And yesterday, my girlfriend came back, and my father's going to be like, "What's up? Are you smoking? What are you saying? What are you telling me?" So the communication, the conversation should be coherent. Okay, it's garbage in, garbage out. You feed AI garbage, you'll be shocked at what you get. Because again, most of these AI models hallucinate. You know what the what? Whatever, whatever. What does it mean to hallucinate? To just better. Okay. Sorry. We are on page 9. Sorry. I don't know if it was the, let me see, which page is it? Yeah, the questions are on page 9. Look at the questions on page 9. There are 3 bullets for every question. Question 1 is to memorize information like a local combination, etc. 1 is practice on the local over and over again. Recite the numbers out loud. Visualize the number in your head, or in other words, what kind of learner are you? When you want to learn song lyrics, that is number 2. Number 1 is dance and play air guitar to the beat, sing along to the radio, or download the lyrics and read them. Now you have to tick either 1, 2, or 3. You cannot tick all of them. You choose. The question here is, it's not like a question, it's like some statement. When you want to learn a song lyrics, what do you usually do? Choose what you actually do, okay? If it's 1, I want you to write 1. If you've chosen 2, I want you to write 2, okay? Then you go to the third one. When you study, you like to, number 1 is walk around the house while reviewing your notes. Number 2, discuss the material with a teacher, parent, or friend. Number 3, read or rewrite your notes quietly and independently. Which one are you? I want you to write either 1 or 2 or 3. Are they lost? Can we go to page 9? Can we all get to page 9? Do you see those 3 individuals in the picture? They are questioned below them. You see all those questions? Did you get it? You choose only one option. Okay, you may do, for example, I may do almost 3 of them, but what actually best applies to me? Okay? What best describes you? Can we do that in 2 minutes? No, this is supposed to be. Please don't look at your neighbor, just read the question and put what applies to you. What best describes you? Jacob, you can use this. all the questions? We should be done right now, people. If you're done, clap twice. Okay, I think we all are done. Now, you're going to look at your results. Everybody, look at your results. Boot campers. Who is not done? Hey. Okay. All eyes here. Can I see your eyes? Okay. I want you to look at your results. Just try to look at your results. Okay? Look at your results. I want you to count how many ones you have written. And I want you to count how many twos you have. And I want you to count how many threes you have. How many ones do you have? If there are 3 ones you've written, put 3 ones. If there are 2 twos, you put 2 twos. If there are 7 threes, you write 7 threes. How many ones do you have? How many twos do you have? How many threes do you have? That should be easy. Somebody has 3 ones. Let me see how many ones. Okay. You have 1 fours. You have 4 ones, 4 twos, 3 threes. Okay. 6 twos, 5 threes. Okay. Is everybody ready? All right. Now, how many have so many ones? How many have so many ones? Number 1, number 2. Okay, we have somebody who is all over. Okay, which is okay. How many ones do you have? Okay, you also like him. And how many? 4, 4. And that means there's some 4 somewhere. And you are? You're 5. Okay, so I have 6 and okay. How many have more 2s? Okay, I think the majority of them have so many 2s. And how many have 3s? More 3s. When you count, you say, okay, I have these 3s, I have 7 3s. Okay, okay, okay. Huh? Can I? Where's the mic? Another mic? Yes, sir. Okay. People who actually learn by seeing, when they see something, they learn better when they see something. Okay? And these are people we always say, please sit in the front. Eh? They like to see things, and that is how they learn. They learn easily when they see. They try to keep their surroundings neat and tidy. In other words, let me see number 3. You hardly find this organization. Okay. Uh, they take numerous detailed notes to review later. Okay. These are visual learners. They try incorporating visuals such as art, pictures to try to understand what they are learning because they are very visual. Okay. When there is anything visual, now as facilitators, sometimes we say, okay, who is our audience? If majority of our learners are more visual, then it becomes easier for you. When you're teaching, you make a lot of also pictures and charts, and because it engages the students better. Likewise, if you get to realize that majority of the audience, maybe you're reaching out, I don't know how you're going to do that, but I try to imagine that they're very visual. You may actually want to become visual with your content. Okay, that your content is actually going to be tidy or neat, or that the graphics is going to be all clean and everything, because the people like to see. They see a picture, they're hooked. Okay, again, our audiences are going to have all these types of learners. When you realize that your audience is they record lessons to help fill in the gaps in the notes. They try writing and reciting poems. The people actually like to cram. You cram the thing, and then you go to the exam, and you remember. You know how we do it. Which songs are you now imagining? I'm singing. But I've crammed this acronym. I just go. Okay. So again, even with our audiences, the ones that we're going to be engaging in digital marketing, we have some that are very auditorial listeners, or people that actually, when they hear something, they kind of get captive. say, create content. You just go to that platform and then you key in, can I get all the AIs that do website development? And then it's going to sort through all these 30,000 and will leave you about 70. 70 AIs. Okay? So let's just do it as a demo. Are we all there with there is an AI for that? Make sure everybody has it on their gadget. Eh? Those of you who came with Katochi, please make sure tomorrow you upgrade. Eh? Who is not there? Okay, let me give it 2 minutes. Some of you are at welcome. Where are you? There is. Okay, you're all there. Let me see. How many AIs do you see? Okay. All right, now we are going to, who is not yet there? Okay, somebody is at welcome. Oh, by the way, somebody was talking about brand ambassadors. And I kept thinking, are you serious? I'm a brand ambassador and I don't need any money. I'm a brand ambassador for Habo Spark. I need to share my story as everybody's downloading that. So the last time we were meeting at StartHub, a group of you people came and made a presentation. And then Martin gave us a stamp. He said, I'm buying for everybody. I would never have given you a chance. Never. Because first of all, you're not authenticated by Uganda Bureau of, that those stamps, NBS, and I'm like, I cannot be using this. But now there was a free product on my table. So I used it. I traveled back with it to Kilimanjaro. And then I got to my roommates. I told them, this product is made by my students. And everybody was trying to use it. And guess what? Everybody was like, are you serious? This isn't real. This thing is good. So I am hooked. Now I've already sold your product in Tanzania. So when I'm traveling back, I'll be giving you a call. You never know, you may find yourself in Kilimanjaro. We there, if you are there, clap once. Okay. Now, what do we want to learn? Let's see. We want to get websites. Again, I was also hearing there was a gentleman, I'm forgetting, I don't know, there was a gentleman who was sitting, he still seated there, the big boss, who did I get this person right? The West. By the way, I saw you pitching the West management, and I'm thinking, why don't you say I am actually turning your shit into gold? You get us hooked, huh? Because you're taking West and you're turning it to something else. Okay. Shit, eh? No, I should tell you about the guys from who are taking people's poo. How do you call poo? Like, poo is shit, right? Yeah, and these guys actually and they're actually turning this human waste. They're turning it into how they call it, fertilizers. Oh yeah, they're doing composite toilets. So if I say you're turning shit into manure, it is what it is. It is shit. Isn't it shit? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are going to ask a question on web design. Okay? So going back to his issue around waste management, he was saying we would want to get, I actually want to get a web. You do not need anybody. You can do this, okay? You do not, you don't want to be, how do I call it? You're like you're the boss, but you're a prisoner because you don't know how to do certain things. and so you're like incapacitated. And if the web designer is not coming, you waste 3 hours or 3 weeks waiting for the web designer to come. We have AI, okay? Anything we need to do, we can do ourselves. So let's go and find web builders or website developers. I want you to go to that. There is an AI for that, and key in. Is there such? I know most of you are now working with the little phones, but if you're working with a laptop, it's very easy to see the search. Type your reply. Do you see that? Type your reply. Okay. Can you say you want a web designer? AI is for web designer. If you want AI for whatever, AI for marketing, AI for videos, AI, just type AI for web designers and you see how many AIs you actually will get there. Let's skip to the same word so that you can see how many AIs are there already. Who has gotten an output? Okay, I want you to look through all these web designers. If you want to make a video, if you want to edit it, you just go to this AI and you ask content developers, editor, video, whatever editors. Ask what you want. AI is already there. Okay? And then once you grab that, it's a matter of go to YouTube and say, how do I use this thing? That shouldn't be rocket science. How many web designers are we seeing there? Many. Now, I want you to pay attention. Please pay attention here. You will realize that majority of this AI will be asking for some money. Okay? I want no. I want you to look through. Just look through. By the way, whoever is asking for money also has a free plan. Okay? But I want you to look through. There's some of them that have $2, others have $5, others have 7, others having 20. Are you seeing the prices? But each of them has a free plan. Just like I've told you about when I'm actually writing, I don't know, research of some kind, I go to ChatGPT, I run out of credit, you go to Claude. You run out of credit, you run to Perplexity, you run out of Claude, you go to DeepSeek. Likewise. Sorry, I'm on African. Again, there are free plans for each of these AIs. Okay? You can choose what you want and what works for you. And again, if it does not work for you, let it be. But allow me to say this. Now that you are business people, men and women, we are going to part with some money. Okay? I think it's good practice. I paid $20 for my ChatGPT. And the truth is, I get there is ChatGPT 5 coming out this week, but there is O1, and I get O3. O3 is also out. O3 mini. When I'm writing something, you may see Sarah, you're thinking, okay, I thought Sarah was a silly woman, but did she write this? Because, man, I sound so, Why? Because I'm using ChatGPT 01. It kind of is getting to that level of reasoning for, yes, sir, have a question?
$20 per month.
Yes, $20 per month. It's, hey, guys. Please stay here, stay with me. Stay with me here. Attention, guys. Exactly, this is the networking that you're going to do. Okay. Yes, and you have the same email address, so each of you can actually part with. Yeah. Attention. No. Wait. I can we pay attention to what is just talked about, because we're going to go deeper into ChatGPT. When I prompt my ChatGPT, it's not going to give me the same outputs you're going to get. I promise you, we will not get the same thing. Attention. you may ask anything. So you may ask something on your business. It doesn't stop him from coming on the same platform and ask something on his business. Okay, that is okay, but $20 is not such a big deal if you're a business person. Guys, you're going to start thinking like business people. I think help me here.
Maybe the issue is this. Chat GPT keeps history. The person who logs on can easily go to your history and see your secrets. That's why he's saying personal and maybe steal their information.
Okay, I get your yes, Nuria.
That means that first of all, it has, for example, if you're doing your research and maybe you want to leverage that, so you can't have the same things, you can't have the same topic. But if you're doing it for personal things, then you do a personal payment, you create your own. But for like, if you're students and you feel $20, it can be a lot, by the way, per month for a student if you're not yet making that big money as a business person. But you can agree to, to share. And also the beauty with it is that if you have an account, like you're training it to understand the kind of information you research. So it's getting to understand what you're always looking out for, and it can, yeah, I don't know whether you get it.
$200. It's $200. That is the pro, like pro. But you don't need that. Even for my level, I don't know if I really need that. But for that $20, the first time I paid for it because I was writing a case. I write case studies, business case studies that are contextualized, locally contextualized. So I wanted to be, I wanted to search around my little story. So I traveled from Nairobi to Kampala, and I traveled by a bus called Modern Coast. And previously, when I used to travel, Kampala, Nairobi, Modern Coast was a beautiful bus. And this time round, I go in this bus, and the bus was, I could not believe the ugliness of the bus. Everything was so bad that once I landed, I was like, I need to write something about this thing. What is wrong with this thing? What happened? And then I started searching around, and then I realized, okay, so the owner died, was assassinated, and after his death, and then I'm like, I need this story. Where do I get this story? And it was taking me almost forever to find the story. So I went to ChatGPT, and they tested me. There is where we say plus, that plus something. I tried it, and then I ran out of credit. I needed to pay the $20. I was like, I need to pay the $20 now. So I paid the $20. And oh my God, oh my goodness. It's like they brought me almost everything. I've always used ChatGPT. This is the thing that I usually use. But the moment I paid, it's like they had elevated me from this level of baby class and crawling to first class of a minister. That is how much I kind of, it was a leap. And from then on, I happily, my friend, I see my had a very beautiful, powerful, company. When I was pitching his ice cream, you don't know, pitch the ice cream parlor. I don't know. I'm failing to get the energy. But with these tools, you can actually, you don't have to show your face. You just need to take a beautiful picture. It's edited and upload on AI, and everything is done for you. Everything will be done for you. Again, depending on how you prompt and which AI model you're using. Okay? So again, when I say we will be investing at one moment, okay, right now it may actually not make sense for you because you're trying out new things. You will find that $20 is not such a big deal. Otherwise, the better version for you, instead of using ChatGPT 4.0, you actually go for DeepSeek. The challenge with DeepSeek right now is that everybody is actually trying it out. It's free for now, and everybody's excited about it. So now the challenge with it is that there's a lot of traffic. If it's paid for $2, jump on it, guys. I want you to look at all these AIs that I've dropped for web designers. Okay, If you really want to design your website, you can do it tonight. You do not need to have prior knowledge of coding. All you have to do is sit there and try it out. The first time will be bad. It's okay. How we learn is we learn by doing. Take a fool of yourself. You're in your bedroom. Who cares? And this is a machine you're playing with. This is machine learning, yeah? Go and gamble with things. If they fail, it's okay. Actually, that's for me, that is how I learn. I go and I make a fool of myself, and I'm like, you know what, Sarah? That's okay. That was 7 hours ago. Now let's again. Let's do it again. When you do it again and again and again, you're going to get better at it. If you want to create content, I want you to go to, there is an AI. All of us are still there, right? I want you to now put in create content. Because some of us, we're going to get there and we're going to start creating content. And then you're going to be like, okay, now it's going to create content for me. Now for me, I'm not very... I want you to go to AIs for creating content. And then you see how many AIs actually drop. Because we may need 1 or 2. When you see $2, that's not just such a big deal. We're not going to be paying $2 or $3 this time round. But in future, if you see that $3, please liberate your mind. Let us not be so mean. Somebody has labored to create this AI, and it is good AI. Yes, sir. Google? Microsoft? Yeah. Pro version. How many credits do you get? Okay. When you know, you know. Yeah? Thank you so much for sharing. Now, I don't know how long that will remain open, but let's take advantage of the openness, okay? If there is an AI which we know is strong and is actually, Microsoft has beautiful products that we may want to, look at. I'll be dropping some of them, AI maybe tomorrow. But if it is free right now, go for it. Yeah? Anybody else wants to share anything else? Okay, I think we need to, yes, sir.
I guess even in this free version of ChatGPT is also okay as long as you streamline what you give it. Because I'm speaking out of experience, just like you said, you are now addicted to ChatGPT or AI. This is like my sister. Every evening, every morning, I use it for any writing I make. To an extent that I've written my final year research proposal. ChatGPT. Yeah, and I streamline it. I tell it write for me a proposal about this topic. I streamline like use give me references of this number, give me references from this year to this year. Write the references in maybe Harvard style and everything. I streamline everything, and at the end of the day, it would bring me exactly what I want. When I go through the references, I realize they are talking about what exactly I want. So I would just go back and read something small in the references, embed in what it has given me. I add on more from another place like that until I built a proposal that all the supervisors, all my examiners appreciated, and I defended successfully.
I guess you understood your assignment and your work, because you see that's the dilemma we are still having with our MBS students. You go to ChatGPT, it drops you a lot of things, and you cannot defend. Okay, but I like the way you're going. I mean, why not? There are times when you're having these topics or these researches that are usual things. You'd want to prompt and you say, okay, can you get me something that is really not well researched, or something that can you create for me research gaps? Can you create for me what are the current debates in this topic? And then these debates are going to come, and then you start, moving forward. But to help you, There is a Google product. They call it Notebook LM. Again, we're also going to use Notebook LM. Now, with Notebook LM, you just actually go to, once you have that, sorry, I was about to call it ChatGPT. When you have that AI, you go to the authentic sources, say Emerald or Sage, Taylor and Francis, Elsevier, or whatever. When you get there, then you search for the actual papers, real papers, okay, in the topic that you're looking at. For those of you actually interested in, I don't know, maybe digital marketing, and you go to actual sources, find all these articles, and then you may have about 20 or maybe 50. Come to Google's Notebook LM. Download and upload them. As long as you've already downloaded them, you upload them. This is where I say upload the first, the second. Continue uploading. You can upload about 50 articles. And when you upload those articles, you can now start to ask any questions. For example, you can say, read through all these papers and let me know about the theoretical perspectives from, and then you get the theories. Give me a summary of this thing, okay? And then you can say, okay, the summary is very long. Can you turn it into a podcast? And it becomes a conversation. For some of you are very auditory, remember? Those ones who actually learn by listening. You click on a podcast, and this summary you've made becomes conversational. There are two people speaking, yeah? And that can actually, for those of you who are good with the learning, hearing, you can go, as you do your cooking, you're listening into the whole, With the Google Notebook LM, you can actually go get the notes from the teacher. The teacher may give you lots of things you've written around. Take pictures, upload. Take a picture of what the notes have been, upload them. And then say, can you turn this into a podcast? Your teacher's notes or handouts can turn into a conversation. Again, for those of you who learn by listening, it's very easy to. There is AI for that. You have a question?
No, actually, I was actually trying it out. But I want to speak something about AI. We cannot all be as good as we think we are to use AI. There is always going to be some genius on how to use AI. Take an example. You could go and do that research paper, and I do mine. But mine will not look AI, and it will look AI. Now, take an example. You're a lecturer marking those scripts, and then you read. Your mind will tell you this is completely AI. And I don't know how you feel, because I've done that very many times. I don't know if you mark them right or wrong. I end up getting my D's and A's and whatever. But I think at the end of it all, you will have to go back and change everything that AI has given you, whether paid or not paid.
I'm seeing your neighbor is having something. Think smarter, not harder. Let me repeat this. I don't know. This is Notebook LM, the ultimate tool for understanding the information that matters. Think smarter, not harder. Let me get back to artificial intelligence. Guys, there's been a debate, and I'm going to get back to what he's talking about. There's been a lot of debate around, can we use artificial intelligence? Is it even allowed? Should we encourage our students? I would say 100% yes, yes, yes. Because now, forget about the classwork. Forget about his research. Nonsense. Huh? Can we talk about our beautiful products? Are you actually going to painfully develop content? Do you even know how to develop content every single day? Because remember, we're going to be telling you, we want you to post. Post on TikTok. Post on Instagram. Post every single day. We need consistency. Do you have the brains to sit through every single day to create content? You may actually find yourself creating the same content, and people are going to get bored with it. You need new ideas. Why do you work harder when you can work smarter? Sir, let me get back to you. But I know I mark master students, and sometimes you want to cry presenting ChatGPT. Can you go back? It's a matter of, just them. If you can defend it, why not use it? Go ahead and use it. Yeah? If you know you have done a good job, and then you can turn it into a podcast, get your proposal, turn it into a podcast, hear it and say, can you give me new angles of presenting this thing? Can you give me, I need the confidence. I'm not, this, you've done this thing, but now give me the confidence to, AI would actually help you rehearse because it's like your assistant. And then you come and stand before Sarah. Sarah will not know if you don't make me know. I want us to go back to the exercises.
I appreciate the work of AI, however much I use it, but I just realized one thing is whatever you do with chat, with AI, it's you still have that consciousness in you that you can, this is your work that you're doing. So you got to do some personalization of the work you're doing with AI. Yeah, that's why even in my proposal, I just wanted to get an idea because I was out of time. The supervisor they had given me wouldn't listen to me, and we had to submit like on Monday, and by Friday I had not yet gotten another supervisor. So when I went to the department and they gave me another supervisor, and he accepted the topic I had gotten from ChatGPT, so I had to cook the whole weekend to make one. But then I tried to humanize